there are literally mountains of research that show that when you feel good, you perform at the upper level of every performance parameter. You think better, you make better decisions, you are more creative, more productive, you collaborate better with others. And when it comes to work, the research is unequivocal. Employee happiness is not an extra. It is the foundation of how we become more engaged, how we perform better, and it's measurable, and it impacts our performance at work in measurable ways. Employees who are happier are more productive, they're more creative, they make better decisions. They are more resilient when they're going through challenges. And think about how many times a day you're going through challenge at work. Employees who are happier take 10 times less sick leave than their colleagues. It's that happiness is not something we feel, but it is something we do. It is a skill. And like any other skill, communication, riding your bike, learning to play the piano, any other skill, the more you practice, the better you become at it. I mean, look, work is challenging. It's stressful. Life is challenging. It is hard to be a human. And so we need a set of skills that we can rely on and practice that helps us get through all these challenges we encounter throughout our days, that helps us not just survive through the life storms, big and small, but to actually learn from them and thrive. And so this is what I've dedicated my life and my career to, in researching and practicing and doing lots of trial and error around these core skills that help us to cultivate our emotional well-being. And over the last several years of my work through Happier and Happier at Work, I identified these 5 core happier skills that are all backed by science, and that research shows if you practice them consistently and intentionally, don't just make you feel good, which, by the way, I think is an awesome goal, but they actually help you to unleash your greatest performance and bring your very best self, and perhaps more importantly, help all the people around you truly, truly do their very best work. The first skill is acceptance. Acceptance is learning how to look at how things are and how you feel with clarity rather than judgment, and then using that as your starting point for going forward. Gratitude is the skill of focusing in, of zooming in on the small, good, kind, positive moments that are part of your life rather than taking them for granted. And it's also the skill of actively sharing your appreciation with others. Intentional kindness is a skill of sharing a little bit of your humanity with another person, with the only intention being to elevate or support them in some way and expecting nothing in return. The bigger why is the skill of connecting to your purpose in your work, but not in an abstract sense, but connecting the everyday things that you do to who do they help? Do they help your colleagues? Do they help your organization? Do they help a bigger cause? And finally, the skill of self-care is what I talk about, the skill of creating a kinder relationship with yourself, of treating yourself with compassion, of learning how to rest, and learning how to fuel yourself outside of work so you can be your best self at work.